criterion B, we should focus on. Again, I'm just reviewing criteria B briefing again. Mathematical communication, it's a 4 marks. Criteria A is also 4 marks. Key variables, key terms should be well defined. Forms of representation, mathematical forms of representation. There are multiple forms, tables, charts, graphs, formulae. It's not that you have to use all of them. Use as per your requirement appropriately. Even one form of representation can lead you to get 4 as long as it is used appropriately at appropriate place. It's not that you have to use more or many forms of representation. Use only, I'm not saying use only one. I'm saying use appropriately. If you need to, use 2. Generally 2, 3, a table, graph, and formulae. If you need 2, 3, but it should be appropriate. It should not be superficially showing off that you want to show that, oh, I am using more mathematical forms of representation. Okay, small single one form of representation can also lead you to get 4 out of 4 in mathematics, criterion B. Then deductive approach. You should show deductive approach. What do you mean by deductive approach? We have already, we are using deductive approach in many times when we're solving problems. You have already said, like, let us say Pythagoras theorem. We're using that Pythagoras theorem to help to solve questions. Use deductive approach. Something you may have modeled, something you may have set before, use deductive approach to set out the proofs logically. If you have any question in criteria B, please ask. Then criteria C. We move on to criteria C. Criteria C is about personal engagement. Many times students think personal engagement means involving yourself, what we say is engage yourself physically with something, like not a measure of effort. Actually, personal engagement doesn't mean measure of effort. In mathematics, criteria C, personal engagement means, like I told you, when you introduce a topic, you describe in one paragraph why did you choose that topic, your personal interest. That is one way of the personal engagement. Writing, commenting on your graphs creatively in your own words, that is a form of personal engagement. Exploring mathematics creatively or using mathematics which you have not learned, unfamiliar mathematics, that is also a kind of personal engagement. Collecting, surveying data, that is the form of the personal engagement, not the only form of personal engagement. Okay, survey or experiment. Or so when you may choose models, you may have to model, or you may have to, like in criteria B, whatever forms of representation you have. But in personal engagement, you should focus on creativity, commenting, in your own words, like you're making something of your own. Only 1 or 2 occasions you have commented, only 1 or 2 times in the oral exploration. That doesn't lead us to outstanding personal engagement, because personal engagement is 3 marks. This evidence, there is evidence, or there is an outstanding evidence of personal engagement. When we say outstanding evidence, that means what? That means it should be authentic, real engagement, authentically, creatively addressed, of high quality at various levels, in terms of when you're explaining, when you're showing your understanding, when you're using mathematics. 2 getting is easy. I would not say easy, but can. When you want to get 3 in personal engagement, it should be of high quality. Personal engagement should be of high quality. Thoroughly research all the points, thoroughly understand them, and then start. It's not difficult to get 7 in. Only the problem is when we do not focus on what we are asked to. So then the problem starts. When you are modeling, that is also kind of personal engagement. Real life models. You start with the question, what if? Surveys, experiments, simulations, Google Forms of collecting. That's also one of the ways of engaging yourself personally. Independent thinking, commenting. These all are the forms of. Okay, one more point which you should focus on, because every aspect, every aim which you are going to explore in mathematics definitely will have historical or global perspective. Highlight this, please. That is one of the personal engagement where you can build on one paragraph on historically how this particular approach have been developed and what is its global significance or implication, or global perspective. That is also, because there the students struggle many times engaging personally. What should they comment on? What should they put in? Personal engagement, global or historical perspective should also be included. I will share this document. So different ways I have told you. One, rational. When you are saying, why did you choose, when you're explaining, why did you choose this particular topic? Why did you choose this particular mathematics approach? That is also one of the ways. Exploring unfamiliar mathematics, global historical perspective, surveys, experiments. These all are the forms of engaging yourself personally. Modeling, real life modeling, mathematical modeling, I mean. Okay, so please focus on these bullet points that can help you to develop your exploration. Now, A, B are simple, but if you do not pay attention, they will also, you people will lose marks. They are simple. A and B are simple. Then we started with E, critical analysis. You should do critical analysis to score in C and D also. C, we discussed how we can score well. D, now reflection. Reflection is also 3 marks. How you can get 3 in criterion? When we say reflection or critical reflection, I have some my own observations about the work of the people which I have been doing. Sometimes we just describe the results without, means reflection means what? We review, we analyze, and we give weightage. Isn't it? Review, analyze, and weigh. We evaluate. You can write the critical reflection in the conclusion also, but the outstanding reflection should be there throughout the beginning till the conclusion. But everywhere, why? The word why should be addressed. So critical reflection, you should focus on outstanding reflection. How we can? Sometimes we just merely describe the results. That is a limited reflection where students only get 1. And if you have to get a meaningful reflection, then you talk about limitations. You talk about limitations, implications, what next? Discuss more, go more into detail. Reference should be throughout. Reflection should be referred throughout. So that you can, get more. If you more go into deeper levels from beginning till the conclusion, at every point you have reflected, you have analyzed, reviewed at every, at every stage on your findings, that can lead you to a substantial level of reflection. When you talk about limitations, when you talk about extensions, what are the future extensions of your exploration? When you talk about significance of findings, that how significant these results are, how well they play a role in our real life, their implications, or the method which you are using, mathematical method, approach. What were the limitations? What difficulties did you face while doing this? Why did you choose this particular mathematical approach? Let's say you're choosing calculus or rate of change. Why did you choose? That should also be explained in your reflection. It can be one, high quality conclusion, one paragraph at the end. But generally, it should be from the beginning till the conclusion to get level 3 in reflection, critical reflection. Review, analyze, and evaluate. Just simple describing the results is a limited reflection. Talking about the limitations, extensions, we can say a bit more. If you have a good quality reflection, like you're talking about, implications and comparisons or approaches, and, authentically, it should not be superficial. That just some results you have there, but you are talking irrelevantly or superficially. When you're talking about the results, those results should also be mentioned there. We have discussed that after you decide your aim based on your strong personal interest, the next thing you should brainstorm is use of mathematics. What you should keep in mind, a simple level of simple mathematics of SL level with thorough understanding can lead you to get 6 or 5 out of 6. Don't think of using big equations or big things without understanding will lead you to 6. And just filling up the pages will lead you to get 6. Thorough understanding, explanations of the mathematics used should also be there. So during holidays, I'm sure I expect you to work on your IA topics, work on the guidelines, work on the discussion which we have done. But before you start, what is the first task you have to do? Thorough understanding of the criterions. Aim, criteria, E, and then onwards. Aim to get 20 out of 20. If you focus on these nitty-gritties, I'm sure those who are interested to get 7, they have, good interest, and you will definitely get benefit out of that. Don't forget, please, don't ignore these points which we discussed. Very, very important, I would say. Somebody has sent one question here. Who is that? Sir, can we take values that were already calculated or we need to calculate ourselves? You can take already available data, but you have to cite that as footnotes or in bibliography that from where you are. But values you cannot take, of your own. Either you take, let's say you want to investigate some data of some organization. You go on that website, that is secondary source. You talk about secondary source of data and footnote that, and then you should, use that data. You cannot generate data by yourself. That okay, my x is this, y is this, and then you put by yourself x, y. Then that would mislead your analysis. You are free to approach me anytime through WhatsApp during holidays also, even when I'm in India. Any kind of problem, mathematical, or you have issues, just drop email or WhatsApp. I will be very happy to help you guys because I'm sure that many of you will get 7 if we work together. Be realistic in life, guys. Authentic, bit prayerful, have sense of gratitude, time management, meditation, meditative, mindfulness. These few traits will make your life easier, which we discuss over and again in the class. So thank you so much, boys and girls. Have a very good day and a great holidays. God bless you all.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you.